All right, I think I might be live, guys. Welcome to the first session of Aussie Maille's Live for 2018. I'll just pop a couple of things out. And hopefully not those things. I'm not going to pop them out. Chat out so I can make sure that I can see everybody. Hopefully you guys can all see me. Shh, the movie's starting. Did you bring the Maltesers, Wes? Hi guys, really good to see you all, except for Wes who thinks I should be shushed. Don't encourage him, guys. Hi Kim, thank you. Welcome back to you guys too. Hi Di and Joe. Hey Jenny, how are you? Hey Stephen, yep. Kelly, it's good to see you, Kelly. Hey Leanne and Shirley. Looks like the gang's all back, huh? All right, so hopefully we do this all right. I'm a little out of practice. I was panicking earlier because I couldn't work out how to do anything. So hopefully we get this going okay. So everyone can see me, everyone can hear me, because I haven't got mine going. So, oh, and I've lost my chat window. Where it is? There it is. Okay. New glasses. Yes, they are new glasses. Woohoo! I have got another pair coming as well, but these are my new reading and computer glasses. Hey Annette, Happy New Year to you too, sweetheart. No shushing. Well, I can't do it live stream, Stephen, because then there'd be too many witnesses. I watch too many crime shows to do it live stream. Hey Sharon, Dana, how are you, sweetheart? Really good to see you. All right, fantastic. Well, we've got quite the turnout. Hey Linda, glad you could make it. All right, everything looks good on my end. Kim, thank you very much. Hey Julie, how are you, sweetheart? Hey Silver. Okay. Is everything going through all right, Chris? I'm just getting a couple of error messages here.
It's a little low on the volume for me, but I don't know if everyone else has got the same.
Okay. All right, everyone can hear me okay? All right, well, will you guys all catch up? I'll run with the assumption you can hear me. All right, so we're starting off the year with a fairly easy weave. It's a Byzantine variant called Byzantine Diamond. And it's a unit weave, so you can make a bracelet out of it, pendant, keychain, earrings. It can be used for a whole lot of different things. Hey Kate, good to see you, love. How's your kids? How's your little one? Yes, Moose. Excellent. Oh, hey Rosalind, did I say hello to you earlier? Did you sneak in without me seeing you? Fantastic. All right, just you, Chris.
Okay.
It's all that shushing. All right, what I'll do is I will swap this over to the other view and we can have a look at a couple of our pieces and we'll start in on this because we've got a couple of things to talk about at the end of it. Hey Natalie, good to see you here. All right, you see and hear nothing, Silver? Take your fingers out of your ears. All right, just swapping this over. Okay, so as usual, got some little pieces for you guys to look at. So this massive piece here is 14 gauge, 1.6 mil. As you can see, it's an absolutely huge bracelet. Because of the thickness of it, if you were going to make it in this, I would suggest making it a smidgen longer than what you normally would. So if you were using an 8-inch bracelet, which is about what this is, you would probably want to make it a bit longer because it's so thick and chunky. But the sizes I used for this one was 14 gauge, 10.5 mil, and that's for, I don't know if we can see them, the rings on the inside, and 14 gauge 5.5 mil for the rings on the outside. So I was only able to do this in silver. I didn't have an AA ring that was the appropriate size. So that's it in the 14 gauge. In the 16 gauge, again, only went with the plain silver. 16 gauge is what I will be demonstrating in tonight. So this was 7.5 mils for the big rings on the inside and 4.25 for the rest. With this one as well, I turned the diamonds on their sides and made them squares, so you can do that as an alternative. If you're going to do that, you'll need to make probably 1 unit more than you would with the diamonds. It takes about 1 unit more each gauge to do squares rather than diamonds. And our 18 gauge, 6.5 mils are the rings on the inside. So the guys who got the kits with our Maille Club subscription got this size. Unfortunately, I forgot to double the 6.5 rings when I gave them to you. So you've got enough to either make a loose bracelet or half a bracelet or a couple of earrings, something like that. Just to show you the difference. This is a diamond with the 2 rings in it. And this is a diamond with the 1. So it's not as stable. You could still make something out of it and wear it, but it's not as stable as the one with the 2 rings in the middle. So I am really sorry about that, guys. I will be sending out replacement rings next month to make up for my oops. So 18 gauge 6.5 in the middle. The AA rings, the coloured rings, are 18 gauge 9/64 or 3.57 mils, and I've used BA rings 3.5 mil to join, but you could just join that with AA rings if you wanted to. I chose just to do BA to help pick up the ring that's in the middle, but you don't have to do the 3 sizes. You could do that with 2 as well if you wanted to. And the teeny tiny 20 gauge. Now you're supposed to have theoretically 5.25 in 20 gauge in the middle. I actually didn't cut any, or haven't got any 5.25 in 20 gauge cut, so I actually used a 20 gauge 5 mil ring, and it made a really tight unit. So if you wanted to tighten your units up even more, you could try dropping down a size below. So as I said, this is 5 and it's really tight. So 5 or 5.25 in the middle. The AA rings are 7/64 or 2.78 mils, and I chose to join them with the 2.75 millimeter. Okay, so that's all the sizes. I'll just line them up so you can see them against each other. So the 14 gauge would be great for pendants. I couldn't imagine using it as a bracelet or anything myself personally. But you know, a single pendant with some beads hanging off it would look brilliant. I really like the 20 gauge, and I like the tightness of the 20 gauge. It was tricky to put it together. You have to be careful with it and not mar your rings. But that's all the different sizes, and of course the square version. Okay, so hopefully everybody is okay. I can see Michelle's having trouble. Useless internet. Okay. Sound on iPad and visual on computer. Oh, that's doing it rough, love. Beads in the middle. Whereas I haven't done it. Have you done that? Yeah, I could see, especially if they're really tight, being able to capture beads in the middle quite easily. There is quite a gap in there. I don't know, Linda, it might fit. Like I said, I haven't tried actually putting anything in the middle. The 14 gauge has quite a gap in the middle of it, more so than any of the others. I don't know if I can get that, but there is quite a gap. You might be able to get a Rivoli in there. It'll be certainly worth trying. With a 6 mil? All right, brilliant. If you've got a photo of that, Wes, maybe you could share it on Aussie Mailers for us. Have a look at it. As I said, I haven't actually captured anything in the middle, so I'm not 100% sure there. All right, well, we might make a start then and see how we go. So we need to, as I said, it's a unit weave, so you just make up the units. So I'll show you guys how to do one, and you guys can let me know whether you feel you need to do any more. So we want to start by having 8 of our, if you're doing the silver version like I am, just the 2 rings, the smallest ring size. If you're doing the coloured, so the 18 gauge and the 20 gauge rings, you would close 8 of your colour 2 or C2 rings. Everyone else just 8 of the small rings. And what we need to do is we need to make up little chains. So take an open ring, pop on 2 of your closed rings, close that up, and then we take another open ring, feed it through the 2 closed rings again, and close that up. So we've just now got a little unit with 2, 2, and we need 4 of those made up in total. Headband of the 14 gauge. Yeah, that would be interesting. You certainly make it into a crown or something like that as well. It's really, the 14 gauge is really tight, and it isn't loose at all. Which is why I didn't feel like fighting it, so I didn't do the 14 gauge tonight. So we just make up 4 of those 2, 2 chain units. Okay, nearly done. So if you're just doing silver, it's just your smaller size ring. If you're doing the AA version, it's your colour 2 or the anodized colour ring. Watching this and eating tacos is difficult. I would have thought watching it, mailing and eating tacos is difficult. Hey Marion, you're not too late, darling, not at all. We're just making up a couple of short chains, 4 of those per unit. So you use a total of 32, I think it is, small rings for each unit and 2 of the big rings. Okay. Hey Ray, good to see you. All right, so once you've got your 4 little units made up, we want to take one of our big opened rings, our large rings, and feed it through 2 of the rings on each of our chains. So just pop them all on so that we've got the whole 4 on. Okay, and we close it up. There we go, good. All right, and it is Byzantine, so wherever we put one ring, we must put another. So pop another large ring through the same pairs so that we've doubled that large center ring up. Okay, so your work just looks like that at the moment. Hey Cassandra, it's good to see you. Okay, so now working on just one of those chains, we now make the little Byzantine bit. So we want to flip those 2 end ones back, fold them all the way back like we would with Byzantine, separate out those top rings and scoop them up, close that ring, and because it's Byzantine, we repeat it with a second ring. So through the exact same spot. So you've now got a little half Byzantine unit, and we do that to all the other bits of chain. So move on to the next one, flip the 2 end rings back, move those top ones out of the way so we can see the rings we flipped, and we're going to scoop those up with an opened ring, close it up, and feed a second one through. Okay, I'll just quickly go around the rest of them, flipping the endmost pairs back, scooping them up, where we put one ring we must put another. The rule of Byzantine, so the male gods have spoken. Okay, and our final one, flip it back, separate the top rings so that we can see the ones we've just folded, close it up, and repeat. Oh, that's all right, Dawn. We didn't want it to go astray. I'm glad everything arrived. Okay. All right. So we've now got our 4 little half Byzantine units. And now we want to take up another open ring, and we want to join our two halves here. So we just take 2 rings on the inside of that unit, feed an open ring through them, and 2 rings, same 2 rings on the next unit. Okay, can you see that? Sorry, these rings are a little bit smaller, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty here, so hopefully you can see that. So once you've got that there, you close it up. Now what I like to do, especially with the thicker, the tighter ones, is we do need to put 2 rings through here eventually, but I like to put all of them in once. So we've got it nice and easier to put our rings in. Once you start putting that second ring, it really starts tightening it up, and it can make it a little difficult towards the end. So I like to put 1 ring in first and then come back in and put the second ring in. Okay, so moving on to the other half of that unit there. So we've got one half there with the ring through it. We go over to the other half, we pick up both of those rings. We move to the next Byzantine unit. We pick up those same 2 rings over there. So you've got a total of 4 rings on your opened ring, and you close that up. Fantastic. Okay, and we just keep repeating that. So pick up the other 2 pairs rings there, that are the other half of that unit, picking up same 2 rings in the other unit, close it up, and finishing up this one. Now, as I said, depending on the gauges, this last one can be tricky, can be difficult to close. In this gauge, it's not too bad. The 14 gauge, it's difficult. And as I said, the 20 gauge, which I used a slightly different inner ring size, it was quite difficult as well. But if you just take it slowly, you'll be fine. And now we just want to go through and add a second ring to each of the points of our diamond, and that just tightens it all up. Well, we can't be having that, Stephen. You definitely got to cut your nails. You always lick your fingers and stick it on top of the rings and see if that helps picking it up. I speak from experience here. So you've posted the image, have you, Wes? Because I can't pop on and see at the moment. I'll have a look at that when I'm done. So this second ring tightens it up all nicely. As I said, some gauges it'll be tighter than others, but this works well. Okay, one last ring. There we are. Okay. So that then is your completed unit. So as I said, you can join it either as a square or on a diamond. I don't have the ring sizes on me, but I know you can also make this into a star by adding, so making the middle ring bigger and adding another point in, becomes a star. So you can do all sorts of fun things with it. I don't have that size on me. Once I find it, I'll post it up maybe in the event or somewhere, or maybe even on the description underneath the video when we're done. Okay, so that's the unit. Hopefully everybody was okay with that. All right, so take a little break there. I'll have a little drink. Love the captured one, Wes. I'm going to have a look at that. I can't do too many things at once. All right, we'll do our little giveaways we normally would. It looks good, does it, Chris? You can see it? Damn it. All right. I'm all jealous now because I can't see it. Okay, so we've got one more final tote bag for our giveaway tonight. So this is our Saturday Nighters J-Maille Club tote bag. This is the final one that we've actually got on hand at the moment. So we're going to give that away tonight. Christopher's a sticky beak, and he wants to know what your guys' favourite Christmas present was last year. So if you want to go into the draw to win our wonderful tote bag, just pop in the comments while we're live here what your favourite Christmas gift was that you received. If you can come up with a favourite Christmas gift, because I'm not sure if I can come up with just one. But yep, if you guys do that when we're live, we will put your name in a draw for tomorrow morning. And when I'm sipping my coffee in the heat, I will draw everybody's name. Oh, I'm really jealous now. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find this picture that everyone's talking about. No, I don't have to. Bugger. All right. I'm getting in trouble off Chris. All right. Cool.
Poor Rosalind and Jimmy Christmas presents.
Oh, Rosalind. Why not, honey? All right, so while you guys are putting all your answers in, I'll just make another one of these. And read all your answers. Star Wars pillow, very cool, Kelly. Game of Thrones DVD. Free reign on a credit card. Yes, we saw that order come through, Wes. Thank you very much. Lambrusco wine. I actually got really, really spoilt this year, so I'm not sure I can come up with a favourite present. I did get, and unfortunately I haven't got it built in time, I did get a medieval siege engine that I have to build. So maybe I will have that ready next time for you guys to check it out. And I can launch it at Chris when he tells me to shush. I'm looking forward to it. In fact, I'm really looking forward to it now.
The more you think.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the best it's going to be. Mail calendar. Where did you get that one from?
From me to me.
Okay. All right, very cool. Discworld jigsaw puzzle. That would be great, Kate. Swarovski crystal pendant. An air fryer. What are they like, Di? I don't know whether to get one of those. I know they've been out for ages, but full of misshapen rings and launcher. Scented soaps. Very nice, Shirley. Oh, the camera just broke.
Oh no.
Heard a mishap. It's the heat. All right, I might not nail anymore if the camera's going to have a mishap. I'm going to swap it over to the other one and get this one out of the way, I think. Excuse me while I move this other camera so I can get more comfy. All right, so hopefully everybody's okay with that because I've just ripped the camera off my desk. Nobody said anything, so I'm assuming they were okay with it.
You're about 30 seconds in front.
Yeah. No, I'm saying beforehand while I was doing it. High tea. Okay. You love it? All right. Should be healthy and try that, shouldn't we, Di? Colour changing cat shaped nightlight. Interesting, Christina. I like it. I want to know what the Maille calendar is.
The advent calendar?
Is that what she's talking about?
Maybe. That's what I thought.
Okay. We did do a chainmail calendar one year, but that was a long time ago. Maybe we might do something again another time. Kate, oh, I'm right, yep. Cool. I haven't seen any of the Discworld puzzles. Did I miss anything? Earmuff. Okay, yep. New laptop from the hubby. Nice, Ray. Oh, your hubby was good to you. New handbag. I got 2 handbags, Linda. Because I'm greedy. And I got, can you see my Eeyore up there? That way, that's where he is. I got an Eeyore pop, and whoa, this is because it's backwards. And that's a Dementor. So I got those for Christmas too. And I got a beautiful necklace from my husband. Oh yeah, I got some sandalwood essential oil. I was lucky. Oh, the advent calendar. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. Far behind because my fingers don't work, but I'll rewatch later. All right. Everybody's fine though with that weave. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a particularly difficult weave. It's a bit fiddly in the 18 gauge that I sent you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Be thankful I didn't send you the 20 gauge. Full series of the Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I just wanted I wanted Eeyore because he's my my spirit animal. Poor old Eeyore. Well, I'm really glad everybody loved those advent calendars. I wasn't sure. And yet you got nothing. Not even coal. All the bad people get coal. All right, fantastic. All right, so as you guys should, all our club subscribers should know, we are making changes to the club and as a result to our live streaming. So for those that aren't club members, this might be the first you're hearing about it. But we're making a change from February, blue or grey. Grey. He's grey. I didn't know there was 2. He was the only one that was there. So as I said, we are making changes to both the live streaming and the Maille Club. So we've been doing, as you know, 4 or 5 new weaves every month as part of our streaming. And we've decided both from a work point of view for myself and also the fact that we might run out of weaves really quickly, that we're actually going to drop that back to 2 new weaves a month. And in the other weeks, we're going to be doing either an existing kit and things like that. So what we're planning on doing is, say, week 1 will be a new weave, week 2 will be an existing weave, week 3 will be another new weave demonstration. So we're still going to be doing all our live streams each week. We're only just doing the 2 new ones in the month. Week 4, we're actually hoping to run a live FAQ session with you guys. So if through the weeks leading up to that, if you guys got some questions that you might think could be answered on the live stream, even just the week before, send them to us so we can work on those for you, especially if you want us to show you how to do a particular step in a weave, something that you're not getting. So we can have the rings on hand so we can show you how to do that if you can give us a little bit of heads up with those sort of weaves, questions. But otherwise, if you turn up on the night of the FAQ session and you've got a question you want to ask us, then ask us. Yeah, absolutely. It might be done with wine in hand or something like that. But come along to those FAQs and ask us. We're also making slight changes with our giveaway. So we're currently doing one giveaway a week. What we'll be doing from February is changing that to one giveaway a month. And we'll be doing that giveaway in week 4. So as part of our FAQ sessions, we'll be doing the giveaway. And we're hoping to, by doing that, we'll be giving a larger gift once a month rather than 4 or 5 small gifts in the month to you guys. And then for those months that we do have 5 weeks, that'll either be an existing weave or an FAQ session or, you know, a quick project, a mail and minutes project, something along those lines. So although we'll still be here every week talking to you guys, because we don't want to miss out on that. We love having our chat sessions with you. We will only be demonstrating 2 brand new weaves each month. That takes a little bit of the pressure off myself, and it also means that the weaves will last a little bit longer, because some of the weaves just don't lend themselves to a live stream. Or sure, there's 400 or 500 weaves, but not all of those are jewelry or can be used in jewelry. So that's happening. The changes with our club members, then that means that they're only getting 2 kits in the month, but within each of those kits there's at least 2 or 3 pieces that they can make up for each weave. So you'll be receiving something like a bracelet and a pendant kit, or earrings and a necklace kit, or there might be a keychain thrown in there somewhere. So you'll still be making the same amount of pieces. We're also giving some benefits, extra benefits to our club members. So everybody that's a club member from February onwards is a fully paid club member, and I need to clarify that because I think the email went out and it wasn't particularly clear. Well, if you're a fully paid club member, you'll be getting 5% off all your purchases while your membership is paid up with us. They'll also be getting a loot bag each month, so a little baggie full of goodies, about a retail value of $10 or more, will go out each month as well. And club members may also receive such benefits as pre-releases of new products, so things like our advent calendars. They might be getting first dibs on those, or some new product that comes along, or a sale. They might get 24 hours access to a sale before non-club members do. So this is our way of giving back to our club members and thanking them for their continual support. Okay, so that's all happening in February, so everything's running the way as it will for January. Unfortunately, it does mean that our PDF weekly subscribers, we're actually finishing that service up because we're not doing new tutorial each week. So unfortunately we'll be finishing that up at the end of January. But hopefully by doing this, we can still give you guys value for money. We can still meet you every Saturday. Takes a little bit of pressure off me as well, which is great. I can have a little bit of fun and kick back, and hopefully everybody still gets benefit.
Did you answer Stephen's question about week 2?
Didn't see Stephen's question.
Wants to know if we get the kits for week 2.
No, Stephen. No, you'll only get weeks 1 and week 3's kit. And there'll be 2 to 3 pieces in each of those. So week 2 you won't be getting that kit. So your little package will turn up and it'll have a package that'll say week 1, and in that will be 2 kits. And then you'll have one that says week 3, and in that will be 2, 3 kits as well. Your loot bag will be in there. And I think that's about it at the moment. Unless there's something else that goes out especially that month. It's the same cost at this stage, Rosalind? Yes. PDFs will be available as soon as I get them up after the live videos. They normally are. What's the cranky face at Michelle for? What did Michelle do?
Had an interesting Christmas plan.
Hey? Chatty Cathy. Oh, Spewy Stewie. Oh, Michelle. It starts in February, Shirley, so everything goes as planned. Sign-ups will be 1st to the 15th. We'll get them delivered to you before the first week of the month as we normally would, so none of that has changed. You'll only know at this stage on the Wednesday, Annette. I'm not planning on announcing it at this stage. If we feel that needs to change, we might. Champion misinterpreter. Okay. Yep, no, Stephen, I'd rather you ask the questions. That's why we wanted to do this live. We wanted all our club members to know first, so you guys have got all that information first, but we wanted to tell everybody live so that what's obvious and clear to me may not be actually coming out clear. So I want you guys to ask any questions if I'm not making myself clear. And, you know, I'm trying to run through all this in my head, so I might be forgetting something. Well, I'm hoping the FAQ works, Shirley, and that it becomes just a friendly chat session and we can all ask questions of each other's. And if I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else will. Because I'm certainly not the epitome of knowledge for all things. The posting the room size of the kit. Yeah, look, Dano, everything will stay the same. So we'll still do the event notifications. We'll still let you know what the ring sizes are. At the end of the sessions, we'll be releasing those kits as they stand. So the two-piece kits will be released as well after the session has gone live. So everything will still remain the same as it has been. Can you ask questions about the application of the weaves? So you mean uses of the weaves, Shirley? Okay, I think I've got everybody's questions.
Most people are happy.
Okay, so look, you're not. Oh, right, Annette. Sorry, because your guys' answers are so far behind me. It took me a little while to realise what you're talking about. I don't have a lot of experience with Rivolis, actually, Jenny. So hopefully somebody else will be able to help you out with all of that.
You could, you know, do a bit of research.
Or I could do a bit of research. I'm not saying I haven't bought a whole lot of tutorials that use Rivolis, but I haven't actually got around to doing them yet. So hopefully with my newfound time, only having to come up with 2 weaves instead of 4 weaves a month, I might actually get the chance to have a play. Okay, but look, as I said, any questions or anything like that, contact us privately if you want to about it. You know, it's totally up to you whether you stay a member with us or not, but I believe we're giving our club members some really good value there. Hopefully you guys will stick with us. And if anybody else has got any questions, I don't think there's anything else besides the Maille Club that we need to chat about.
Yep, I think we covered.
Okay, so
Happy New Year.
January, Happy New Year. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning, not now. Anyone else get their units floppier than expected? Sounds like a personal problem. Did you double the rings, Stephen? The big rings on the inside? So as I said, the different gauges give different different levels of tightness, I guess I could say. So the 14 gauge is very tight. There's no floppiness there whatsoever with the 14 gauge. The 20 gauge with the slightly smaller inner rings, again, not a lot of movement there. But this one's actually missing a point ring. I haven't. But that's about. I don't think I can do that, Stephen. And I've taken the other camera off. I've unplugged it and everything. That's about the tightness of the 18 gauge, which is what you guys got. So it's not stiff. There is a little bit of movement in it. Do you know? No, it's the ring in the middle, Julie, that I didn't send. So it's a BA ring. Well, I mean, this kit is the kit that I sent out to you all is made up with the same stuff that I've got here. As I said, the 18 gauge isn't completely tight, but it's tight enough for it to keep its diamond shape. We'll be doing the notifications. Look, I haven't thought too hard, I'll be honest, about week 2 with the existing kits. Maybe we might list that at the beginning of the month or something so you guys can get your rings together.
With the notification.
Yeah, but that's only a couple of days. It doesn't give them enough if they need to purchase something, that's all. I think that's the issue. So, because are you talking about the 3.5 and the 3.57 Ray? Is that what you're saying? I chose to use 3.5 BA so that the BA rings matched the center rings, which are the big. There's no reason that you have to do the BA rings. That was just my choice in the kit, a design choice. You could make it all 3.5. You could make it all 3.57. It's just, that was a design color choice for me. All right, Ray, and I've forgotten what I asked you. Oh, yes, okay. Did I answer? God help me. All right, so let us think about, I mean, I'm glad you've asked the question about week 2. We'll think about that and how we're going to handle that. We may list those kits earlier, since those kits aren't, all those weaves earlier, since we're not sending them out as kits. But we'll definitely tell you what they're going to be in the event notification. Let me think about that, and we will get back to you guys on it. But that's a point that we didn't think of, so thanks for raising that. Okay, so if everybody is good, is everybody good? Anything else anybody wants to ask about, or questions, or? Chris, we're talking Ospreys here, the Black Hole of Australia. You know what, Dawn? We sent out how many orders?
Oh,
a bazillion orders over Christmas, and I don't think any of them got lost.
Yeah. Oh, the overseas one got damaged.
Oh, we had an overseas one that got ripped apart, and a very small portion of the order turned up, but we don't know where that damage happened. Cut off for the kits.
15th.
So it'll be the 15th as normal. We were a little bit later opening it up for this month because we needed to make all the changes and everything. But that's open now. So sign up for the kits is open now. You've got until the 15th of this month to sign up for February's. So all the benefits, so the 5% and everything, doesn't come into play until February. So although I'm putting you guys into the group that will enable you to have the 5% on the Aussie Maille website as you sign up with us, those benefits won't actually come into play until the 1st of February. And so you'll get that discount while ever you remain a paid member with us. So if you decide after a month that you don't want to do it, that's fine, well and good. But all your benefits, those extra benefits will stop as well once we get your cancellation notices. Alrighty. Alright, well I hope you liked that tutorial. As I said, it's easy to do and it has quite a few uses. It can be necklaces, pendants, keychains, Christmas tree decorations. I can imagine seeing that wrapped around the Christmas tree in the 20 gauge version or even the 18 gauge. Take your money anytime. User group, what was the user group email about?
Discount. Add it into the user group for the 5% discount.
What user group email are you talking about, Elizabeth? Sorry. And now that group email makes, oh, is that what you're talking about? The notification that you're in the group? Yes, I had one. I thought I'd put that in there and see how many people would ask me. Was it Dawn? Dawn or Silver? I can't remember which one it was. I always get you ladies mixed up. I don't know why. I had one person ask me what that group was about. So that was a little disappointing. All right, guys. Yeah, no, yeah, Elizabeth. When we first started putting all this into motion, I put you guys into that group because we had a timeline that we wanted things done by, and so that was that. So you guys are all in that group. As I said, the benefit will click over on the 1st of February from being in there. All right, lovely peoples. Thank you very much for joining us. As Chris said, I was a bit nervous after the break, and I couldn't remember how anything worked. I was in panic mode because I couldn't find anything, but hopefully everything's okay now. And we will see you next week. I'll let you guys know tomorrow morning who's the winner of the tote bag, and we'll catch up with you through the week in the group. Otherwise, we'll see you here next Saturday night. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.